How's it going, guys? We're gonna go see the Goonies.
Yeah, Goonies playing here in
at Marcus Theaters.
Yeah, Duluth.
And
an old classic
1985. It said
85, yeah.
it's 37 years ago this came out.
What's the occasion?
We've seen this. I don't know.
No idea. Just
I think Jurassic Park has a 30th anniversary this weekend too.
But 37 is like a weird.
They ran out of fucking movies that are new this summer, basically.
Yeah. That's fair.
But we've seen the Goonies a billion times.
It's a staple of our childhood for sure.
Here's the thing, the one that we had, I know my mom recorded off of TV.
Yeah, there are two versions of this movie.
Yeah, well, there's probably a lot, but it's the cut for TV version.
Yep.
Is the only one that I've
shorter
seen, and
Yep.
I've seen it like 100 times.
Yep. Oh, do you think this one will be the longer one with the...
I think this one is going to have the octopus.
was most scary. That's what Data says.
I've seen it.
And I'm like, what octopus are you talking about? There's no octopus. But there is an octopus.
I've seen
I've
actual
seen
footage of this octopus
Yeah.
that I've never seen in the movie. So,
Oh, really?
I've never seen that version.
I have.
Okay.
A couple times.
So, I haven't watched it since I was a kid.
That version, the octopus doesn't fit in the story. It's like the only super weird, like, out of place thing. Everything else is kind of like...
It's like the fucking octopus in Meg 2.
Yeah, like, no,
randomly.
stop. Just stop, right?
I'll tell you this, though.
But
I bet you I haven't seen the Goonies since... I bet you it's been 27 years.
Yeah, so I've seen it within 5, so I'm the freshest, then you haven't seen it forever, and he's never seen it.
Yeah, Riley has not seen it.
Yeah, so we're gonna get the younger
fresh
generation perspective of this.
So my
80s.
I was going into this thinking like, there's gonna be a bunch of racist shit
There could be.
because there's the Asian kid, and I thought they ripped on him about being Asian all the time.
No, it was just like he couldn't say, like, they misinterpreted what he would say.
Okay,
That's all it was.
I'm
They
just
didn't call
assuming
him like weird shit.
since
You're
it's
like, oh.
1985 and they didn't give a fuck back then when they made movies.
No.
They just put whatever the fuck. Like there was that Monster Squad movie where Dracula's like has this little girl. He's like, "You fucking bitch." I don't think he said F-bomb, but
yeah, whatever.
It was like, and that was like PG.
Yeah. No,
And they're always talking about
Kick
virgins,
Wolfman in the Nords, and
but it was always about that being a virgin and all kinds of
all
shit.
that, the classical storytelling
PG
tropes.
I bet you this is PG, but
I'm
sure.
Yeah, considering
They didn't
I don't
have
think that rating
PG-13 back then.
didn't come out till like the mid '90s. I think where it started getting.
I think Batman Returns is when that happened.
Really?
Yep. Anyway,
I thought it started with.
so it was like PG then R. They didn't have PG-13.
Oh,
But
and NC-17 was in there. Whatever.
yeah. So
So if you had to rate it,
what I remember it, I actually, this is blasphemy to most people, I'm sure.
Uh-oh.
I don't think I liked it as a kid. I remember it. I go off my emotions when I watch movies. Like,
So
how
what
does
did
it
that-
make me feel?
what did that make
I
you
felt
feel,
super fucking depressed and lonely.
Why?
For real, it was always like, it's our time down here. It's all like mopey.
daytime.
It's a bunch of kids being picked on.
Yeah, they're
I
the
don't know.
Goonies. They're not. They're the weird outcasts who
I
come
know.
along and save the day, and it's like
They don't save the day.
Yeah, they save the Goondocks.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah, it's all about that's
Like
the whole point of
Goondocks?
it. Yeah, that's what they call. I know, isn't it ridiculous? It's so funny. They save the neighborhood because they
I
get
remember
a bunch
that.
of money.
I remember at the end they
Yeah,
like.
it's a great ending. It's fantastic.
Okay. Well, anyway, I just remember being like super
good. Your
downer
memory
about
is
it
a
the
little
whole
bit
movie.
shoddy right now about it, so then maybe you'll rate it a little
As
higher.
a kid, I bet you I would have given it a 6.
Yeah, I think
Because I remember it's got funny parts.
it does, and like the Fratellis are goofy. They're comic relief and also
bank
sinister.
robbers. Holy
and
shit, there's a lot going on.
There's
in
a
that
lot. It's a great movie. It's somewhere between a 7 and an 8 for me.
movie. Okay.
Overall, I think I want to
That's
lean
a
more
good
towards
solid score.
to 8 because it's so nostalgic for me. But I don't really. We'll watch it.
Yeah.
And I tell you what, if it's the octopus one, you're losing a whole point, motherfucker. Because I hate that shit. So stupid.
Whatever.
They did such a terrible job of it, and I don't know why they cut it the fuck out of the movie.
I swear
it didn't
it's.
fit. You're like,
Here's what I'm saying.
It's so dumb.
It is in the movie.
oh, it will be.
I'm saying,
But I'm just-
that's the only cut. The only reason that we didn't see the octopus
For
because
TVs.
they cut it for TV,
TV, yeah.
to fit in that 2-hour
Yeah.
slot or whatever.
And it makes sense, but like, you know,
So I
again,
guarantee
it's-
there's the octopus. So
Yeah, we're gonna.
it's losing a point.
Yeah, well then it's a 7 probably.
Oh my
We'll see.
God.
Maybe I'll like it more. Well, whatever. But like you know, you hear that like the interviewer he's interviewing the kids on the
Oh,
beach,
shit,
and he's
forgot
like,
about that, yeah.
he's going to all the kids and he's talking to them. And
And
he's
the
like,
octopus.
and I'm like, what octopus? I never knew because we never saw that version for years.
Correct.
Well, you've never even seen
never
it.
seen
so
it.
I saw it like a handful
seen
of times. I was
footage
like,
of it
that's
on
awful,
YouTube,
because they're
though.
all like
Yeah.
fighting with it and shit.
That sounds awesome. I want to see it.
It's kind of funny.
I kind of want to see
It's
it.
kind of funny, but it's definitely like, where is this octopus? Like, how is it living in there? What is it eating? It's huge. It's massive. It's like a kraken essentially. And there's
Sweet.
Yeah, it's like what? It doesn't need to.
Well,
be
I'll tell you this. I would like to just shout out Marcus Theaters and say, hey,
Yes,
it's cool that they play old movies
they do.
when they run out of fucking shitty
Yep.
Blue Beetles
and they're picking
other
decent
shitty
movies
Yeah.
to run.
Jurassic
So,
Park.
Yeah, I mean that's
That was my second
that's a
choice. I
No-brainer.
was like, should we go see Jurassic Park instead? Like, fuck, that'd be awesome.
I never saw it in the theater. In
I
fact,
did. I saw it like 3 times in the theater with
I
Adam.
saw it the first time at Ryan's house, and they had surround sound, and I was like, oh my god! Like it got
Oh,
so
yeah.
loud in his house, and
Yeah.
I was like, when that T-Rex
Jurassic
is
Park is
I'm
awesome.
like, what the?
Yeah.
It still holds up to this day, unbelievably.
Yeah.
So
Anyway, we're gonna go see Goonies,
Yeah.
and we'll let you know our
our
retrospective.
real retrospective thoughts on it, and a new fresh perspective.
Yeah, we'll see how it
New
goes.
generation.
I have a feeling Riley's gonna be like, meh,
Yeah, probably. I mean, movies have come along
because it's
long ways
so
since then,
dated.
so-
The humor's from the '80s.
Yep.
You know, like
But
the lingo and everything too.
it is. It's gonna be.
We'll see how it goes. But anyway, see you sometime later. All right, we just got done seeing Goonies in the theater.
Goonies,
Theatrical
man.
release.
I'm going to start just by saying what a treat to actually see that
In the theater.
fantastic 80s movie, which we missed as kids. It was just a little bit too early for it. We wouldn't have gotten a lot of
I
it.
actually forgot how fucking hilarious those kids
Great
are.
movie, right?
Yeah. It's
Fantastic. It's got that 80s twist of humor in every little thing. You know,
every
and this
line
is the
is
most
like-
horrible. And then I made a sound, and it was bleh. You're like, you're like,
Yeah.
you're just like, who writes shit like that?
Yeah.
But Steven Spielberg, I think, produced it.
Said a story by him.
Oh yeah, okay, there you go. Yeah, he did. I don't think he directed it, but it's a perfect story. That's that's very his-esque style, like
Yeah. No, it was
from
epic.
early
Some
80s
big
stuff, or,
epic
well, middle
thing. And
yeah.
so it's funny because I noticed that there's a lot of bad special effects, but it's par for the course.
That's what. Yeah, that's
There
all
was
they had to work with.
hand-drawn boulders. Did you see
Oh
that?
yeah.
I was like,
it was fantastic.
that looks horrible.
Somebody tried their hardest back then. Well, whatever. What do you expect,
gave it a
dude?
shot.
And if you look
The
at the
80s.
Terminator, right around the same time, 1984, I think that came out. And you see some of the crazy, crappy special effects in that movie,
Oh,
and
yeah.
you're just like, I gotta believe it. Like
Yeah.
that's all your imagination when you're back then had to fill in a lot of blanks. So
Yeah.
but I definitely think
It was, I don't know, it was good.
the sets were really crazy,
Huge
right?
sets, too.
Yeah, they were.
Yeah.
So let's talk about. So I've seen it within 5 years or so, and it still holds up for me. I think that's a fantastic movie. It's a part of my childhood.
It's
Well, how
better
about
than
you
I
after-
remember it.
Yeah. Okay. I was gonna ask.
Way
you.
better, way funnier. I think I seen it longer ago than I thought. I think the
Oh,
last
really?
time I saw it, I was like 13 or something.
Oh,
Because
shit.
I didn't remember it being that funny because the kids were talking a bunch of adult shit.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I don't remember it being that funny.
The
It just
dialogue
went
is
over
so
my
good
head
in
when I
this.
was a kid.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah, you're like-
And this time I was laughing my ass off. I was like, this movie's fucking great. Love it.
It is. What did you think, Riley?
Yeah, what did you think?
I thought it was pretty awesome for being that old of a movie.
Yeah.
I thought it held up really well, and that I got a lot of the jokes, even though
Right.
it was kind of 80s terminology.
Yep.
Yeah, for sure.
And I thought it was really funny.
Awesome.
So
And it was well acted, right?
Yeah, all those kids do a great job.
Chunk
they
is
did an
amazing.
job.
Yeah,
I
he
still think
really.
Data's
he
one of my
might.
favorite
Yeah,
parts.
I know, right? They're all
Data's
great.
awesome.
There's just goofy, quirky things. It's written in the sense of how kids that age actually talk and act with each other. I think in a lot of
Yeah.
ways, maybe a little exaggerated just a little bit to make it theatrical.
The
But
first half is so loud with them yelling all the
yeah,
time at
yeah.
each other.
I just love their interactions where they pick on each other and like, you know, they're just shut up mouth and like, but they're all friends and like do the truffle shuffle, like classic.
For some reason, I remember I thought
hilarious.
Mouth kissed that girl at the end, but they didn't.
No, they didn't. He just gets
and there was no octopus scene, so
thank you for what is
weird.
You know, your face isn't so. What did he say to her? It's so
happen.
If your face didn't get in the way, you're pretty.
You're kind of pretty if your face didn't get in the way. It's like, what the
yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, so back to the intro there. This version did not have the octopus scene, and I'm so happy they didn't, because that is the terrible, terrible version of this movie.
You know what's funny is I was remembering it, like I was like, well, I bet you I'm going to see a bunch of stuff that I'd never seen before. Because
sure.
it cut for TV.
Yeah.
No, I think I've seen that before.
Yeah, that's the
Maybe
exact...
we had it on VHS. I just remember my mom always recorded shows from TV.
Yep, she would. It would be playing.
But we had some
Goonies are coming up
VHSs.
at 7. Let's get that on tape. And she had a huge library.
Yeah, we had tons of
awesome
dubbed
movies.
over tapes where because you could fit like 3 movies on a tape versus like the one that you buy.
Yep.
You know.
Yep. So she would just snake them off.
So maybe we did have Goonies. I don't know.
Oh, we did. I've seen that movie so many times.
Well, I thought it was just on one of those makeshift DVD or VHSs.
Yeah.
But anyway, that was definitely a treat.
So if you had to rate this,
as of now,
yeah,
I was thinking it'd be a 6. Returning to it, it wasn't nearly as depressing. Well, I'm saying when I was earlier, I said
he's like,
it's definitely an 8.
Yeah, I think
it might be a 9, but I think it's
a great.
8.
Yeah. I'm gonna say it's a solid, healthy 8.
Yeah, definitely. The villains were good.
They're great. Yeah.
Saying 8.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. Triple 8s.
Triple 8s for Goonies, 1985.
This is definitely the definition of an 8.
Yeah, and it's the definition of an adventurous kids 80s movie.
It's really.
I mean, it is kind of like.
Think about this. If I didn't get it when I was a kid, a lot of the jokes.
Yeah.
It's technically a kid-friendly movie.
That's true.
They say shit like 4 or 5 times.
They say shit a lot, actually. No, but it's like,
shit's fine.
Oh shit, what? Or, you know, what? You know, they're just, it's what, you know, shit like that. So,
you know when they go down that slide?
Comical.
It was clearly a water park that they painted it brown and put some foliage.
Yeah, I mean, it's whatever.
And then that one girl without the glasses, she was, she went down that slide.
She's like, I was like, no, you can hear it because there's like, you know, all the heavy water scenes, and then the music is just dun 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 dun, and then she's like, I think I'm gonna throw up here. You can hear her ass is in the air like 8 times, and so she's off of she's in a few sitcoms nowadays.
Oh, probably.
She spun off and did a few things finally.
Sloth's makeup holds up.
It does, yeah. It's still kind of creepy.
I never realized that as a kid that his ears were animatronic.
Oh yeah,
and I guess he's a professional football player.
Oh yeah,
and
when he picks that dude up with
they
one
put
arm.
a animatronic eye.
Yeah.
So they covered his eye and put one eye down because you could tell it was like mechanical blinking.
Yeah.
Really good.
You can tell because he's like, break, fall, and he like pokes his own eye because he can't. It's like not really there, you know. So the actor's like, oh, he's sad, and I'm like, that's so funny.
He's like, at the end, he goes, you're gonna live with me now.
And his ears are doing this like Dumbo thing. Yeah.
I love you, chump.
So great.
That was really good.
It's like touching
I forgot how great that was.
Yeah, it's like Baby Ruth. He's just like, geez, mister, you're even hungrier than I am.
Chuck is so good.
I got an idea. Why don't we pour chocolate all over the floor and have Chuck eat his way through?
There's a good line with Data. He's like, I think we're in China.
Maybe we're gonna make it to China or something like that. Because they keep going down these caves.
No.
So this is I never really paid attention to it early in the movie, but like they do set up what is that type of machine where it's like you do this and then it does this and then
Rube Goldberg.
Yes. I think, right? Is that right? Yeah. So like they start the movie with that.
It's like that.
And then like all the traps are that later on in the movie they like foreshadow.
There's that song called Powerhouse that they do it in Warner Brothers cartoons. Dun 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 dun.
Yeah.
Dun 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 dun.
Wow.
Dun dun dun. Yeah. It's called Powerhouse.
I didn't know that.
Yep.
But like it's really neat to see Like just
It was,
the way they, I
it
don't
was
know,
a
it's
little
so-
excessive in that.
Oh, it totally. It's
That's how they open the door with the bowling ball.
He starts with a
Pull the
bowling
thing,
ball,
bowling ball,
and
ding,
blows
ding,
a
ding, ding,
balloon up,
Yeah.
and freaks a chicken out so that it shits an egg out, and then that egg is like, come on, really? How many eggs? Like,
Turns on the sprinkler,
so
which
fucking
spins and
ridiculous.
opens the door.
Yeah.
so great. It's
It was excessive.
totally. It's
Especially
just,
all
it's
the
having fun.
all
you
the
know.
booby traps and shit.
Oh yeah,
too.
booty traps.
Booty trap.
No,
booty
I
trap.
love one of my favorite parts is like the all the revenge against Troy. He keeps getting fucked over and over again when he's on the toilet and he's like, boom, Daddy!
I was like, that is so not how pipes work.
No,
they're
no,
banging
no.
on pipes and they just start
Well,
wrecking shit.
and it's weird because like, so they set it up like Mouth. His dad's a plumber, so he knows a little bit about plumbing. But throughout the show, you see there's an actual wrench in his pocket the whole time, and you never notice it because then later you're like, I'm like, where does he get that thing from? And then he actually had it in his pocket. Like so, little details like that are just.
What do you guys think about the cinematography?
I thought it was great.
I thought it was pretty good too. There was some janky blue screens a couple times.
Oh yeah, right. Well, yeah, if you can,
like really,
I don't think
this is in the era before
like,
green screens.
This is like matte painting level of like.
Yeah.
This isn't green screens or blue screens.
It was blue screens.
Was it?
Yeah.
Okay.
So like
Goofy.
for one, when they get out of the cave at the very end, that was clearly a blue screen.
Yeah.
There was a blue
when
screen.
they're at the piano.
And it's a bottom shot.
Yeah,
clearly.
that or like even looking down, like I think it was Mouth was about to fall that time, and you see this huge cavern down
It's
there
like-
that was
like
so big,
hundreds of feet down.
like forever, and then but yet it's somehow lit up, and you can see down there. It's like what the fuck? Whatever, it's fun.
One-Eyed Willie makes all this elaborate shit just to die and rot
Well,
on his ship.
and then like here's the thing, like those boulders that drop from this, you know, what did you use to get them up there? Like, there's no way. And then like this little chain that's said to be just a trap, is like it was just way too elaborate. But it's not about that. It's about having fun with the with everything. So like the realism. That's how the '80s was.
I never
Most
realized
of the shit,
that
you could just hand wave everything.
So the dude, the guy, the brother with the glasses, the crooks.
Yes,
he was in Memento. We just saw like a while ago.
Also, he is in The Matrix.
He's in The Matrix too. Yeah.
I
was like, wow, that's got to be in one of his first movies.
It was. He was really young in that.
Yeah.
Also, well, they're all young. I mean, you even have Corey Feldman as like a little.
I know.
Like
Mouth.
Yeah, like all that. All like
Josh Brolin's
Yep.
good.
He's the big brother. And then main character Mikey's. The big Samwise. What's his name? His real name.
Sean Astin.
Yes. So like
well, anyway.
a lot of those guys got their start with this movie.
Yeah, it's like
I watched several years ago at this point, probably like 5 or 6, like the making of Goonies. So it was kind of neat hearing the directors and how he was explaining how fun it was to work with the kids because they were all really good actors and like they really got along really well together, and it was like his favorite movie to make because he's just like, it was so fun and all these kids are full of energy.
I can
and
see that.
It was
well,
they were great,
and their line delivery is like spot on.
Totally. So fantastic. 8, guys.
Yeah,
so 8 around the clock.
Well, until next time, we'll go see another movie. It'll probably suck.
It'll probably be an older movie again.
Because it does seem it's dried up.
Yeah,
the summer blockbuster shit.
The
last one we saw was Blue Beetle. Blue Beetle.
And that Beetle Blue, I'll tell you that.
What we got another like brown beetle? Fucking shit.
Anyway, this shit kicks that crap's ass. And like
great.
This is 85, so how many years ago is that? That's
37. Said it earlier.
Oh, yeah.
But anyway.
That's crazy.
Well, thanks for joining us, guys.
If you don't have it in your theater, stream it.
Yeah, for sure.